Paul Nicholls and Harry Derham. Partnership intact. Closehouse, David Pipe, Tom Scudamore, Errol Durr, former winner of the Henry VIII Novices Chase at Sandown. Southfield Theatre is another Nicholls representative and is the favourite cross. Kennon is a standing dish here and invariably gives of his best, as does Bally Legend, who needs stoking but responds. Gauvin, former winner of the Schlur Chase here. Philip Hobbs, Richard Johnson, Recession Proof, fifth in a Supreme Novices hurdle to Alpha Off and Q-Card and Co. But 2.5 years between hurdles runs. Brian Cooper, an interesting booking for John Quinn. Silver Eagle for Kim Bailey and Sam Thomas, who teamed up with the winner at Ludlow earlier in the week. Lamb or Cod, Philip Hobbs, so narrowly denied in the Paddy Power. Can he gain compensation here? Edmund Keane for the Pipes is well fancied. Cinnovator a big price, one of two in the race for Caroline Keevil. Monetary fund for Venetia Williams and Aidan Coleman. Sunny Hill Boy is only 8-1 for the champion jockey and John Joe O'Neill, the Grand National runner-up. Red Not Blue 66 and Return Spring 20-1. The Ultimate Business Solutions Handicap hurdle is the ultimate puzzle for punters.
Ultima Business Solutions Handicap hurdle, 3 miles and a furlong and a half, and heading towards the first flight. Cross Kennon, who's usually prominent towards the inside of Bally Legend, and Cinnovator on the outside of that pair. Clearing flight number 1, Recession Proof and Lamb or Cod is up the inside in yellow with a black chevron, and they are followed closely by the grey Silver Eagle, who's followed by Gauvin, and then Return Spring, Southfield Theatre on the outside of Errol Durr and Monetary Fund and Closehouse. And then towards the rear in these very early stages, Edmund Keane, Red Not Blue, Sunny Hill Boy is settled third last by A.P. McCoy. Pinot de Rey and Salubrious are just behind Sunny Hill Boy. Running into the back straight for the first time, and Cross Kennon by 3 lengths to Cinnovator on the outside of Bally Legend, and then 3 lengths to Lamb or Cod and Recession Proof as they clear the first in the back straight. Gauvin just behind these, with Return Spring towards the inside, Silver Eagle and Closehouse, and then Errol Durr as they continue on down the back straight. Return Spring in the light blue jacket on the near side, also light blue Closehouse, and Edmund Keane in the green and white checks, number 13 there, just in the second half of the field, under restraint, pulling quite hard as Cross Kennon continues to lead the way. Sean Quinlan doing the steering from Cinnovator and Bally Legend, 2 runners trained by Caroline Keevil. Then Recession Proof on the outside of Lamb or Cod. Red Not Blue at the tail of the field, didn't jump too fluently there. Cross Kennon from Bally Legend, the orange sleeves on the outside, Cinnovator. Recession Proof is 4th, then Lamb or Cod in 5th place, followed by Silver Eagle and Gauvin, and Return Spring towards the inside. Wider out is Southfield Theatre in a red cap worn by Daryl Jacob as they jump the fight going up the hill. Errol Durr was pretty slow there and is driven along on landing in the midfield now as they make the top turn, left-handed, and will shortly be running downhill towards the next flight. Sunny Hill Boy is still covered up at the rear of the field, about 4th or 5th last, with Edmund Keane towards his inside. Salubrious is very quietly ridden by Harry Durham as they run down the hill now. Red Not Blue remains the back marker. Cross Kennon from Bally Legend and Cinnovator. They're followed by Recession Proof in the hoop jacket. Out very wide on the left is Southfield Theatre as they jump the next. Lovely jump from Cross Kennon there. Really bounced over. Lamb or Cod is very handy on this near side. Yellow colours. Gauvin, Return Spring. The other Philip Hobbs runners, they're all handy. The Hobbs trio here. Monetary Fund is tracking them with Closehouse towards the inside of Silver Eagle. Sunny Hill Boy, look out for the white cap on the green and yellow hoops worn by the champion jockey, still held up in these early stages, but of course a very thorough stayer. Sunny Hill Boy, runner-up, very narrow runner-up in a Grand National as they swing left-handed and head back towards the stands. And it's Cross Kennon from Bally Legend and Cinnovator, almost 3 in a line. Lamb or Cod's up the inside, out wide is Recession Proof, then Gauvin and Return Spring. The white-faced Errol Durr, out wide is Southfield Theatre. The grey Silver Eagle in about 8th or 9th place, followed by Monetary Fund, Closehouse round the inside. Then Sunny Hill Boy, followed by Edmund Keane, Pinot de Rey. Salubrious is second last, and lastly Red Not Blue. They race towards the back straight for the final time now in this 3 mile, 1.5 furlong stamina sapping journey, and Cross Kennon is out in front bidding to make it all here, leads by a length or so to Bally Legend in second place, Cinnovator to the outside still, Recession Proof and Lamb or Cod on the near side jumping this flight. They were followed by Govan. The one that's detached still is Red Not Blue at the back of the field, the others pretty well grouped together. Salubrious is at the rear of the main body in the blue with the red and white spotted sleeves, but pretty close up, wouldn't be much more than 7 or 8 lengths behind the leader, Cross Kennon, and it's looking very competitive indeed. Sunny Hill Boy is not too far away towards the outside, one off the outside, just ahead of Salubrious, as Cross Kennon leads to Bally Legend, Cinnovator and Recession Proof. Then Lamb or Cod, Govan right there, Southfield Theatre on the outside, Close House is behind them with Return Spring. And then behind these is Edmund Keane, who just got a shake of the reins as they race now towards the left-hand turn, going towards the 4th last flight of hurdles. And Cross Kennon still the leader from in second, Bally Legend. Lamb or Cod on the inside, Cinnovator. As they leave the ground, they jumped it fluently, the leaders. They're all over safely. Silver Eagle has lost a few places and is coming under pressure as they race to the top of the hill. Cross Kennon has made every yard, every blade of grass so far, from Bally Legend in second. Lamb or Cod round the inside of stable companion Govan. Then Return Spring and Close House is a little wider out with Recession Proof, Southfield Theatre wide. Salubrious is on the move, out very wide under Harry Durham. Sunny Hill Boy, bit of ground to make up, but they run down towards the 3rd last now. What an open race. Cross Kennon coming under pressure from in second, Bally Legend, but another brave jump from Cross Kennon there. Cinnovator has dropped away. Cross Kennon now flat out. Close House in the noseband looks a threat. Lamb or Cod on the right, followed by Govan and then Bally Legend. Away to the left, Salubrious with Southfield Theatre. They're both going well. Over 2 out. It was still Cross Kennon. Jumped it right-handedly. Close House is close. Then Southfield Theatre, who's moving up menacingly, along with stable companion Salubrious. The Paul Nicholls team looking strong here. They're chased by Return Spring as they race round the final turn with 1 flight left to jump. Salubrious and Southfield Theatre take over from Cross Kennon. Then Return Spring as they jump the last now. Southfield Theatre and Salubrious, they're eyeballing each other. Running on Return Spring from Cross Kennon and then Pinot de Ray. Salubrious on the near side, Harry Durham with Southfield Theatre. The others are closing. Return Spring is taking off. Salubrious, Southfield Theatre joined by Return Spring in the run to the line. It's going to be tight. Return Spring may have snatched it with a daring late run. Return Spring may have foiled the Nicholls pair of Southfield Theatre and Salubrious in a thriller. Cross Kennon, Pinot de Ray, Govan, Monetary Fund trailing back in the end to Edmund Keane was well beaten. Return Spring, it's a photo on that evidence. He has just got there here. Return Spring under James Best. It's really tight between the 2 Nicholls runners. Salubrious on the near side, Southfield Theatre between them. And they looked as though they were going to fight it out up the hill. But Return Spring has taken flight in the final 50 yards.
Oh, penny for Paul Nicholls' thoughts as his brace of runners came storming up the run in clear and then got nabbed on the line by Return Spring. Judge still hasn't called it, but our freeze frame evidence is pretty conclusive. James Best, pale colours, comes to claim Southfield Theatre and Salubrious, one of 3 in the race for Philip Hobbs, who was so narrowly denied with Colour Squadron in the Paddy Power Gold Cup. Due